It's crazy. There's like nobody on the road right now. Like nobody out. But I actually drove past a restaurant that had a big old sign out front and it said, "We are now open for dine-in 7 days a week." And I was like, yeah, dude, you know, like finally things are starting to open back up here in Southern California. And man, it's a good thing. It's a good feeling. I'm actually riding up to the rock store this morning. I texted one of the guys I know from up there, and I was like, "Is the rock store open yet?" And he goes, "Yeah, for takeout only, but we're still hanging out in the parking lot. We're just like keeping our distance a little bit more." I'm only planning on staying an hour because I've got a little baby boy chinchilla back at my house that just got neutered on Friday. So I've been hanging out around the place, just make sure he's not messing with himself because I don't want him to like chew his stitches and get an infection. So I've got to hang out around the house and keep an eye on him. But other than that, I just figured I would ride up to the rock store real quick, just say what's up to everybody, maybe hang out for like an hour at the most, and that is it. But I wanted to talk about the difference between jeans versus textile gear versus leather gear. And right now I'm riding my Supermoto, and anytime I ride around on this bike with jeans on, the first 10 miles I'm just like, oh yeah, this is great, you know. And it's really cool just to like ride around town and make a quick moto vlog. You know, I'll just throw on a pair of jeans and just go cruise around town. But any more than like 10 or 15 miles and I'll get some mean monkey butt, dude. Because jeans and boxers is really not the most comfortable riding apparel when it comes to like hitting bumps and your butt's moving around and stuff. It just doesn't work well. And I'm sure that textile gear would be a lot like leather, you know. It'd be like way more comfortable, you know, because that's why I put on my one-piece suit this morning, is because I wanted to just cruise and be comfortable and not be limping around tomorrow. I love the one-piece suit. I love all my leather gear. And ever since the beginning of me riding, I always thought leather was the best, because it's like that's what the MotoGP guys that are going freaking super top speed, that's what they wear, is leather. They're not wearing textile freaking one-piece suits. They're wearing leather one-piece suits. And so I always thought that was like the best choice. And that's why I went with leather gear ever since the beginning of me buying gear. You know, the first jacket I bought was a leather one. The first pair of gloves I bought were leather gloves. You know, like everything that I've bought has been leather. And I do have a textile jacket that I bought specifically for riding on rainy days, because the leather does not like the water. That's the one thing about that. And honestly, like on cold days, the leather gets a lot colder than the textile gear. You know, like if you notice in videos, all the guys that ride over in Europe, they're always wearing like textile stuff because it's cold over there and rainy over there, and the textile gear does really well in the cold weather and the rainy weather because you're more comfortable wearing that stuff. But for around here, for me, I like leather. And the one thing about leather, it's like it's more expensive to get, you know, like jacket per jacket. It's more expensive for a leather one than it will be for a textile one. But the way I look at that is that it's going to last so much longer, because and especially if you fall, because you only get like one fall out of a textile jacket and it's just freaking shredded, dude, from what I've seen. You know, like one good fall and it is shredded. And a leather jacket, you can slide down the road and it doesn't fall apart. You know, it doesn't get a hole in the leather. It just takes it, man. You know, like it gets scuffed up a little bit and it doesn't look as good, but you can keep on wearing that piece of gear for a long time after that fall. You know, you don't have to go out and buy a brand new jacket because your jacket got freaking shredded. You know, you could just keep on wearing it. It's just got like a big old scuff, and every time someone sees you, they'll be like, damn, dude, you went down hard, man. You know, like you could totally tell that it hit the ground and that it scraped the ground, but it's not the same. And I feel like the money is worth it for that reason. And another thing about leather is that in my opinion, it's more comfortable because it stretches. So like a spot like an elbow, where when you bend your arm, leather bends like so easy, compared to if I'm wearing my textile jacket and I bend my elbow, it's like really stiff because it's made out of that nylon, like that backpack material, and it doesn't really stretch. I just figured I would talk about the differences between that stuff. because I was thinking about it the other day because someone actually left me a comment on one of my videos about gearing up, and they're like, dude, you really need to start wearing gear, man. And it's like, look, man, honestly, I used to all the time. I was like one of those all the gear all the time guys, but little by little, year after year, not having any like incidences, you know, and having good road strategy, staying out of trouble, I've let my gear wearing kind of lax, you know, like I've kind of been like, oh well, I'll be all right, I don't need to wear gear, you know, I'm just gonna go out just around town and like film a video, and so I'll just like put on a pair of jeans and a jacket real quick, or a sweatshirt, you know, like sometimes I won't even wear my riding jacket, you know, I'll just be wearing like boots and gloves, but that's it. I'll be wearing like a sweatshirt and jeans as far as gear goes, you know, it's really not too much. So I figured I would wear my one-piece suit and talk about this stuff and just, oh shit, watch out, Mr. Rabbit. Dude, I didn't see him till the last minute. They blend in so well. They're freaking camouflaged. And another one, dude, watch out, guys. Really don't feel like having rabbit for breakfast. So anyway, keep on wearing your gear and do as I say, not as I do. Sorry, I've been setting a bad example lately, and I'll try to put on gear when I film videos from now on, at least. Even if I don't really ride with it, I will definitely film with it. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Hopefully the stores and spots around your places will be opening soon, and we can get back to life as normal. So take care, ride safe, gear up, peace out.